Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of Topics and Tea with your girl Nah. Baby is about to get ready for bed, but I just had this thought come to mind, so I was just like, let's talk about it. And I know I have on a bonnet. Girl, you got a low cut, why you got on a bonnet? It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to have on a bonnet. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like, I take this bonnet everywhere. I have several of them, and I take it everywhere. So, mind business. But before we go any further, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell an auntie that we're talking about some things over here. So, if you can see the title of this video, you know we're going to talk about being uncomfortable, being in a season of the unknown, being in a season of just discomfort. Like, I have realized that in this season, God has been taking me through, take me through there. God has been taking me through there. You hear what I'm saying? I have learned to, and you would think that because I have been a mother for 6 years, almost 7, that I should be used to the chaos and not being on a schedule and just being uncomfortable. But I have not mastered it yet. And I feel like this is the lesson God is trying to teach me in this season. I have to be okay with being uncomfortable. And for me, I am that type of person where everything has a time, I'm on a schedule. If I have an itinerary, I have a time slot for everything. If I'm going somewhere, I need to know all of the details. I need to know what time I need to be there, what time I need to go home. I'm mapping out the time it takes me to get there. When it comes to my son, okay, we got to do your homework at this time, bedtime at this time, washing up at this time, reading a book at that time. Everything is by schedule, and I have a schedule, and everything has a place. I'm not OCD. I may have a slight little, just a tad bit of OCD, but I feel like everything has a place and it should be in its place. Everything has a time, and I need to be at these places at that time. But I feel like in this season, God is like, so do you want to do things your way, or do you want to do it mine? Because if you want to do it your way, have at it, but I'm going to take my hand off it. And I desperately need his hand on everything that I'm doing. If his hand is not on it, I don't want it. And I feel like in this season, he is literally testing me to see, even when it don't make sense, even when you don't understand it, even when you're uncomfortable, even when you're unsure, even when you want to give up, will you still trust that what I said is true? Will you still trust me? Even when it don't make sense. And I feel like God does his best work and perform his greatest miracles when it don't make sense. When the math is not mathing, God shows up and show out every time. So I'm learning to be uncomfortable, because if everything fall in place when I wanted to at the time that I needed to, I'm going to be able to say it was all me. But if it happened at a time where it just couldn't have made sense, it's nobody but God. That's who's going to get all of the glory. And these last 90 days, when I say God has been, I've been wanting to tussle with Big G, but I understand, like, I'm starting to understand that it's a part of the process. You never understand situations when you're going through them, but when you're looking back and your life has already been lived and you're able to look back on it, you always are able to understand life looking at it backwards. So I'm learning that it's okay to be uncomfortable. And when I say he's putting me in the face of discomfort, he is putting me, I mean, me in discomfort. We are toe to toe. I'm talking about from conversations, from relationships, from workplace relationships, friendships, other ships. I am toe to toe with discomfort. I have been uncomfortable these last 90 days. I want to say the last probably 5 months, not even 90 days. I have been uncomfortable. The things that I've had to do, the conversations that I've had to have, the boundaries I had to set, it's just a whole lot of discomfort. And I'm just like, God, why? And again, it's never going to make sense while you're going through it. I'm learning to trust God more. And I feel like in this season, he is basically letting me know that I never told you that you were going to have an easy life. I never told you that. In the Bible, I never mentioned you having an easy life. I did tell you that anybody that follow me, hey Chasey, look at him wanting to say hi. Anybody that follow me, the road will be narrow. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. I feel like the closer I get to God, the more uncomfortable I become. And I know it's a part of the process, but I'm just like, okay. Like, I'm literally taking everything a day at a time. And if I can just share a word for anybody that is listening, or give somebody any type of encouraging word, give yourself grace. Be grateful for the small things. I'm starting to be grateful for, literally, if my son ate a vegetable today, I'm grateful. If my son came home and we had no meltdowns, I'm grateful. If I was able to get in my car in the morning and press the start button and it start up automatically with no issues, I'm grateful. I am most grateful for God keeping me in my right mind, because I can easily be out there with the rest of the people losing my mind. Easy. I could have easily lost my mind in this season. Easily lost my mind. But I thank God for endurance. So if I can just share anything, it will be, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, because God is able to do just what he said he would do. Because he's able. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done. And sometimes when you're in the midst and you're just going, and life be life, and you don't have time to slow down, and you finally do slow down, but you're so exhausted that you don't even have the mental capacity to really sit down and reflect on what just happened and be grateful for the little things. Be grateful for him just waking you up in the morning. Be grateful for him just allowing you to get out the bed, dress yourself, clothe yourself. There's a lot of people that can't do those things. I'm even speaking to me. Y'all know most of these videos are more about me speaking to me than me speaking to you. I know it's a lot of things that we just take for granted, and we shouldn't. Again, speaking to myself. So just give yourself grace and understand that everything God does is not, he will waste nothing. So if he's putting you through a season and you feel like this has been the worst season of your life, it's for a reason. It is for a reason, and it'll all make sense at the end. It will all make sense. And again, I know it's hard. I know it is hard going through it, but you got this. He's brought you this far. You got this. God is able to do just what he said he will do. So stand 10 toes on what you feel. Listen to your spirit. Listen to God. Spend more time with him. The closer you get to him, the harder it's going to be, because the devil don't like us having to depend on just him. He wants us to depend on idols. He wants us to depend on everything but God. But make sure you're giving yourself grace to know that everything that you're doing is for a reason, and you're going to get through it because God has brought you this far. And again, I'm talking to me. I am talking to me, because I feel like this season of being uncomfortable, I can't say I like it. I don't like it at all. But I'm learning. I'm learning to endure, because God has given me that strength to endure. If he don't give me nothing else, God, I want peace and endurance. If I don't have nothing else, peace and endurance. So I just came up here to give you guys an encouraging word, because I know it's not just me. I know I'm not the only one going through something challenging this season. And I know it's only going to make me better, because why wouldn't it? Look who my father is. Why wouldn't it make me better? So before I go, peace and love. And come on now. Y'all know what I'm going to say. If nobody told you, remember, you are appreciated. Peace and love, y'all. Good night.